ordered pairs in the coordinate plane. So let's continue on with your lesson for today. Looking at the coordinate plane, we're going to now apply context to it. So this one says the graph shows the balance in a bank account over a period of 14 days. The axis labeled B represents account balance in dollars. The axis labeled D represents the day. So these are my directions here. So I went ahead and I labeled my coordinate plane to kind of try to help me to remember, because it says that the axis labeled B represents the account balance in dollars. So this is B, even though we know that this is the y-axis. And then it says the axis labeled D represents the day. So this is my x-axis, and that represents the day. So just looking at my coordinate plane so far, I recognize that, okay, this is the origin here. Even though the line isn't extended to the left, I still know that this is the origin, and I know that just picking a point, and one day, the balance in this bank account starts at $350. So at one day, that means that's basically when the account was open, this person put in $350 into their bank account. If I continue over looking at day 2, oh, it looks like it's still $350. So no money was taken in or out. No money was put in or taken out. And then day 3 is also $350. Well, day 4, it looks like it changed, so that day 4, it's a little bit less than $350. So it's about, I'll say about $275 in the bank account. So the person did have to withdraw some money because it is a smaller amount in the bank account. So let's go ahead and look at question number 1. It says, estimate the greatest account balance and on which day did it occur. So again, I have to remember to look at my axes. So I'm looking at my account balance. I'm trying to figure out where is my greatest account balance. So that is my y-axis, or they also have this one labeled as B. So I'm looking at my highest Y value. So I'm looking, okay, 350, keep going, keep going. Okay, I actually see that this one is a little bit higher than 350. So it's about, I'll estimate about $375. And that occurred on, I go down to my x-axis to see where it is. It occurred on day 14. So my greatest account balance was about $375, and it occurred on the 14th day. If I needed to write this as an ordered pair, it will be 14, 375. That will tell me that I will go to the 14th day on my x-axis and go up to 375 on my y-axis. Let's look at question number 2. It says, estimate the least account balance and on which day did it occur. So least, again, if I'm looking at my account balance, I'm looking at what is on my y-axis, where's the smallest y value. So, okay, I'm looking, it's somewhere over here. So it looks as if, that's probably about, I'll say $25. So it first occurred on day 12. On day 12, the account was $25, and on day 13, the account was $25. Well, I'm thinking, okay, if that is the least amount, well, I know that there are numbers that are smaller than 0, so I don't want to forget about these negative y values. So let me keep going. So it's not actually the $25. I'm going to keep looking. All right, so that's under 0, so that's a negative 50. Oh, let me go here. This is the least amount. So that least amount, it's not about 75. I'll say probably about negative $80, something around there. I'm just going to estimate here. So, or $90. So the least balance was about negative $90, and it occurred on the 11th day. So we can't forget when we're looking at the coordinate plane to not only look at the y values in the first quadrant, we have to look in all of the quadrants here in order to determine what was the least value. All right, let's look at question number 3. What does the point 6, negative 50 tell you about the account balance? Well, I kind of helped us out here by writing an ordered pair. So of course, the first value, or the x coordinate, tells us the day, and the second value, the y coordinate, tells us the amount of money in the person's bank account. So if we're looking at this point 6, negative 50, this tells us, so let's go here, go to 6, for the day and negative 50 for my account balance, it looks as if this person had negative $50 in their bank account on the 6th day, or they owed the bank $50, because if you have a negative amount, that means that you don't have any money in your account. You actually owe the bank money. So this person owed money to the bank on the 6th day, because the 0.6 negative 50 tells us that the account balance was negative $50 on the 6th day. All right, so let's look at question number 4. How can we interpret the absolute value of negative 50 in context? Well, again, remember, absolute value tells us the distance it is away from 0. So if we're negative 50, that means we're 50 below 0. So again, if we're below 0, that means that we actually owe some money. We don't have money in our account. We actually are below 0, so we owe money. So we can probably interpret this as the amount of money that the person owes the bank on day 6. All right, so in your lesson, when you're doing your work for today, I want you to remember to understand what the ordered pairs represent in the coordinate plane. Think about what the x-axis represents and what the y-axis represents, and be able to apply that to a context.